Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to some more SMITE Conquest. Today, we're back with the A to Z. We're playing Daji in the jungle. Tell me you're not clamping those hard. Okay, we're good. We're good. She pressed 3. I got scared. I thought she just kind of killed some of them. Yeah, we're playing Daji in the jungle. Daji's okay at the moment. She's not crazy good or anything. She's solid. You can actually build her a bunch of different ways. I'm not totally sure which way I want to build her today, because the normal Daji build is very high power, pen, auto cancel type of build. Doesn't tend to change all that much. But right now, crit's insane, and crit's something you can kind of go on Daji. It's just normally not strong enough to make it worth. I should have tuned that. I should have tuned that. What am I doing? Whatever, we'll just do this in dip. I want to try and do anything to them. They're playing awfully far back. We'll hover a little bit just in case they do this. Yeah, get out. And then we're dipping. Hopefully she'll dip with me. Not like to speed bump, but just like not be murdered. Yeah, I had to go back for a second there because I was such a classic thing. I feel like mids will step up a little too much. They don't just fall back even though there's nothing to really do. And then they'll just die. So I kind of went back right there because out of any jungler, Rat one of the best for just instantly deleting her face the moment I leave right there. Since Acorn's so good at level 1. So yeah, we might go crit, we might not go crit, we'll see. I also there's this build that I think hypothetically could be fun on Daji that I might do. It shouldn't be meta, but like Shadow Drinker should actually be pretty good on Daji compared to like anybody in the game. So that might be fun. That's not who I wanted. I thought that'd reach a tiny little bit farther. Okay, we just killing this man? We're just killing this man. Yeah, Wing Shard plus knockup immune plus every ability. It does a little bit. It eventually does a little bit. Nice. All right, let's do a camp. So Daji is a funky jungler. She's a lot like Loki if Loki ult was just a normal stance ability, and then instead of having some sort of other Loki ult, she just has like better Ares ult. She's weird, man. I remember when Daji came out, I put out an entire video dedicated to why I hated the release of Daji as a character, and I still hate her as a concept, but it's been years, so I'm over it. But like basically they came up with a pretty cool high damage assassin kit. Why did that auto go off? That's so annoying. It doesn't quite drop the kill, but like I stopped I stopped clicking and it went off anyways and it kind of trolled. Stop it. Oh, I'm trying to peel him. That sucks. I'm trying to peel him. So close, man. I tried. Yeah, I wanted to get in the way too. I wanted to body block as much as I could, but I just couldn't really. Too speedy of a rat. Yeah, she's like part like very high burst mobile assassin and then part just support ultimate. And in that support ultimate, she's up in the sky, she's CCing people, it doesn't do all that much damage. It's straight like it might as well just be a support ult. It just makes sense. It's so weird. The damage immune, I'm assuming, is something that's because she's a squishy. But like that just makes it OP. It's good on anybody. It's just OP to be damage and CC immune. So yeah, she bugs me as a character. It's okay. I've played her a decent bit anyways. Unlike the Scotties, unlike some of the other gods you might hear me rant about on the channel, I just dislike Daji's concept. She's not necessarily like unfun to play. And it's normally not too painful to play against her. She's fairly annoying, but it's not too bad. But yeah, we're normally going to be building a pretty high damage, very, very bursty for the most part. She has this weird little thing with her kit where our core kit is very high burst and actually scales quite hard. And then our ultimate does like almost no damage, but it's a very strong CC. It's a very like Fenrir ult, Bastet ult, just massive CC type of ability with a lot of safety in it, where like the downside is you have to get like relatively close. That's not necessarily super safe. But while you're casting, you're straight up damage and CC immune. So that's, you know, that itself is pretty safe. Let's see if we actually get to gank this or not. We do have the ultimate. Charybdis does have the 3 that just magically gets out of the ultimate because it's CC immune for like 3 seconds. So we can pull Geb. I don't know if we'll get a pull with Charybdis. I want to try and bait her 3. Oh, you're just dying? Okay. Do we even need to ult this guy? Can I just pop the shard? I don't think we got to ult him. Oh my god, the attacks. No, no! Did I pull Geb? I guess he just might have died. Are you? Come here! You kidding me, man? Alright, let's dip. And yes, we have Skipper Arthur ADC. Yeah. So let's talk about the kit a little bit for Daji. It's really nothing too complicated. Her passive, very simple. Your autos bleed. Just straight up, they do some base damage, they do it over time, and you get scaling involved in that as well. So if I auto this, 160, 15. And then, hang on, let me get something bigger. And we can stack it up a bit. It's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. So you're like re-procking that bleed as you stack up those autos. So it's just a little bit of bonus damage. Not really all that much to it. It's solid. Solid passive, but really not much you tend to think about. Every once in a while you're in a spot where like let minions die from the bleed to be like a little bit more efficient in farming, or let the god die maybe to the bleed. That's pretty rare because that's kind of just dumb in a lot of situations. But every once in a while, man. God, that damage. That damage is so gross. So what I did there's a super normal, like just kind of the go-to with daji, where when you're going on somebody with either a blink or a 3, you want to auto attack into your 1 like this because it gives you a really good auto attack cancel. I'm not going to dive in auto attack canceling. If you guys don't know about it, it's okay. Basically, like you can just kind of see what's happening right here where I do that and I get a really fast auto attack and I proc my 3, or not my 3, my 1. So we're just getting a really good, really effective burst of damage. So it's basically just better to do it that way. You can lead with the 1. It is just generally straight up worse because as long as you're able to just do that cleanly, it's like almost the same speed as a single auto and you're just getting an entire extra auto attack in there. So it does tend to just be better. So the 1 for daji, very simple ability. It's a stim. It's got a lot of components to it, but overall it ends up being very simple. It's like a super bleed. It's like a super auto. You get bonus base damage on the actual initial hit, and then it does extra damage as well over time, like an amped up version of your bleed, and it slows, and while you have it channeled, you gain haste until that auto attack lands, which I'll show in a second, and it won't go on cooldown. Bro, can my 3 go off? Oh, we just did, okay. Okay. My dude, the hell, I played that so clean for him, and he just did the buff. Well, that kind of sucks. He had like really low mana, so maybe he couldn't have done anything anyways. Yeah, that right there is a very good example of a daji mechanic that's good to use where you ult and like the moment you shoot that chain, if it is landing, you pull back because people don't tend to react if you're quick enough with it. It's very hard to react in CC immune. So that could have been a great example for setting up a kill, but Susana just kind of did buff while I went in on that guy for like 5 seconds. So I don't know. I don't know where the follow-up was there. I expected a little bit and I got none. Do some buff. Yeah, let me go ahead and show the 1 with the like the cooldown and then the haste component as well here in a sec. Right after we do this camp, I think. All right, so we can pop the 1, we have haste, we can just run around waiting for it to land. It doesn't go on cooldown ever until it lands. And then it finally goes on cooldown. So unlike something like Kabrakan 1 or Arachne 2, where it's gonna like, you only have a little bit of a window to work with, hypothetically you can pop this and run around with it. But again, like with the auto cancel I showed, you don't want to really pop that in advance for the most part. What's up, boys? Get zooming. Man, I got CC'd off. Try and body block a little bit here. That's too bad. I really wanted that fight to be better. But we don't have ultimate. That does make it a little bit harder. You're gonna rat gank me or what's happening here? No, nothing. I guess we're dipping. All right. Oh god, he needs help. See, I think we're good with the 1. I'm 99% sure I already said it, but it slows. Pretty sure I already said that. Oh, hi. What are we doing here? Bro, I tickle this man. You guys are gonna see me move. This time we're just gonna pull him as much as I can. Are you kidding me, please? Thank God. Okay, I'm gonna stay away. Not really worth fighting the Geb. I don't think there's anybody there because we had new ult, but like Rat was on speed. I didn't see where Vulcan was at. We're just gonna leave him be. I don't think I just magically solo the Geb right there. Trying to remember. Yeah, you guys are gonna see when I'm 3ing a lot of the time, you'll see my camera move. We're moving the actual teleport from the 3 around the target, which can be really helpful. It takes some getting used to. It's really not that complicated to do to begin with, but like thinking about how you want to position yourself takes some getting used to. And it can be a little tricky with the movement afterwards, but when you daji 3 to something while you're in the air, like if I 3, and I want like an actual example for this. Let's 3 to red buff or something. So normally it'll just basically place you wherever you're facing. So if I am 3ing to red buff right here, and I 3 like this, and I just keep facing this way, it'll just place me in front of it like this. But if I do this, and then I turn my camera, it'll put me behind it. So it's like repositioning you. So a lot of time you guys might see me do that, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to reposition in a way that's helpful. And typically that'll often just be behind them, but sometimes it varies. Sometimes it's like, oh, maybe I can body block this way. Maybe I don't want to go that deep behind them. It'll vary. So getting back to the rest of the actual kit, Daji 2 is an ability that's pretty good early game. It can be good for some utility throughout the game, but actually overall ends up being her most underwhelming ability. So this ability is slow immune, it's knock-up immune, it's very, very base damage reliant, and does damage over 2 seconds in a little area where we get some move speed, we get those immunities, and we also get mitigation behind us, which might seem like it'd be good. It doesn't tend to actually do all that much, but it can occasionally be nice. It's something where just you're not all that often getting hit from behind when you're trying to zoom away with that. You get enough speed, you just tend to outrun things anyways, so like it doesn't tend to matter, but it's kind of a cool mechanic for it. But yeah, early game, actually pretty good. But as we get later in the game, we get crazy scaling on our autos and our burst from our other abilities. So the 2 ends up being underwhelming just because it's kind of a slower ability and it's pretty easy to cancel and stuff. So it doesn't really compare to like late game mage damage or what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Back it up. Did technically get the pull. I only actually ulted there because I just wanted to dip out of the tower. Because we can use that immunity to dip on. I might just be dead. That sucks. I was going for a cheeky TP right there. I thought there might be some minions to teleport to. Instead, there was a Hercules to teleport to. And a big rock up in my face. Unfortunate, man. All right, what do we build this game? It's seeming like this game's not necessarily going to be easy, so I think we're just going to go what actually is really good at the moment, in my opinion, which is crit. However, if you guys are watching this, like, even a month from now, it might no longer be worth. Crit is incredibly strong at the moment, so I think we're going to go crit this game. But normally, the typical go-to Daji build would be something like Trans, Hi-Rez, Crusher, Heartseeker. Like, you're going for big procs, big damage, pen, that sort of stuff. Because your abilities hit very hard on your 1 and your 3, and then you're auto-canceling, so you're just trying to get lots of power and pen to make those hit hard. Right now, crit's broken, so we'll get some crit auto-cancels is the game plan. Yeah, I think we're basically good on the 2. Like, a lot of time early game, we're actually going to fight with it. A lot of time later in the game, we're not as much. As we get deeper into the game, it turns more into a cleanup ability, which is already starting to happen. Like, you guys have already seen early on, I was really initiating with the 2 a lot more. Now, a lot of time, I'll be autoing as much as I can because it just already does more damage to auto attack than to 2. But if we need that mobility, we'll use the 2. And as we get deeper and deeper and deeper, we'll start just kind of one-shotting people with our 1-3 combo and our auto. What? Okay. Okay, that's just a big rock down. That was an absolute waste. All right, sure. There's just, okay. I don't know what the point in that was, but all right. Yeah, a lot of times as we get deeper in the game, we'll be using the 2 to run away from stuff. Just using it for like pure mobility. So the 3 for Daji. I would say Daji 3 is weird, but it's basically Horus 3. It's like a damaging Horus 3. So if you guys know Horus 3, it's kind of the same thing. You can lock onto minions, you can lock onto gods, allied or friendly, since it's a damaging ability, unlike Horus 3, but you can lock onto allies as well to get out. Like I can 3 to Nuwa here. So you can't just teleport wherever the hell you want. It's a lock on ability, and then of course, like I already said with the camera thing, we can use that, where you can kind of reposition ourselves. Try and get to the Vulcan here. Nice, we get that little knock-up immune off, do a little bit with that. Oh, I wanted to just kill him with that. That's too bad. I think if I landed all of those, he just dies. I figured he might have the beads or whatever, so. Wow, that tickled. What? Why did that tick? I got Vulcan ulted, man. Did it give me the facing away for that? I guess it might have. Because like I said, you do get damage mitigation when you're facing away with your 2. It's just kind of specific, so you don't get it all that often. That had to have been it, right? It seems like such a weird concept with a Vulcan ult, but I'm assuming, like, why wouldn't it work that way, you know? Nice, we get in the way of his dash here. I'm normally not going to have the state of mind that I can just casually say whatever I'm trying to do with a 3 at that moment, but right there, it's me trying to block his dash so he doesn't get a dash out of tower. All right, let's dip. By the way, if anybody's wondering why we're not leveling the ult just kind of does what it does. Leveling the damage does like nothing. It's so weak to level that damage. It does so little. So we're leveling every other ability first. These are the abilities that actually like mostly contribute for our damage. Like cooldown stays the same, CC stays the same. Like it barely matters to level this. Like if you if you took Daji late game and you just didn't level this for no reason, for some reason you just left it at level 1, you would barely notice. It matters so little. So we're definitely going to want to level all the core abilities first, and typically in this order too. All right, so I think we're good on the 3. One thing to keep in mind with the 3, it can be interrupted pretty easily. I think it's happened once or twice already, where because there's a decent channel time to it, it won't necessarily actually go off. And then also if people like jump out of it, it's not like some other abilities where you latch onto them and you follow their entire jump. It just straight up, like it'll just kind of break. You'll just TP in place. So something to know. Not always the most reliable mobility, but it can be pretty strong. So while it does sometimes break, it can also just clap. Oh my god, I hit a minion, man. Come here. All right, little follow-up would be good. Little follow-up would be awfully... Thank you. Thank you for killing me. Thank you for saving me. Oh, I want to get in here. I want to get in here, but I'd like to not be dead. Nice. We got a good ult on Vulcan. Yeah, on Vulcan. Just got a little out-rotated in that fight. I want to go kill him so badly, man. I want to go one-shot him. I'm trying to get Geb Shield down or something so I can actually get in there because I've got an entire Blink 3. I've got crazy range right here. I don't think I get to do it. Whatever. Let's do some camp. If I have to, we can do some camp. I'm going to pull this super far back so we're not getting like Herc blinked or whatever. Whatever sort of nonsense. Or Vulcan bombed or anything. All right, so I think we're good on most of the kit. Last thing to talk about is the ultimate. The ultimate, I feel like, is probably fairly obvious so far from how I've been using it. But like I said before, it's damage and CC immune while you're up in the air. You've got 3 chains to fire. Each chain, if you land it on somebody, it can only land on 1 target at a time for the actual pull mechanic, but you can land multiple people for the damage. But it'll do damage when you land it, doesn't do a ton. And then at the end of the entire ultimate, whenever you cancel it or whenever you run out of time, it'll pull whoever hasn't been CC immune at any point. But if they've been... Oh, that crit's doing a little bit. If they've been CC immune at any point... Uh-oh, hang on. We're trying to blink out of this. Trying to dip out of this. I'm sorry, Kepri. I can't be there, man. I'm sorry, Kep. What the? You don't get to do that. I wish we had a suck from Susana right there. Oh, I thought there was a rattle. What did I see? I thought I saw somebody go in the sky. Okay. Okay, okay. He really does just gonna do what he wants right now. The other people have to hit him, man. I'm kind of scared for the way this game is going. I feel like I have to do so much of the damage, and it's not gonna be easy as we start getting Herc and Rat into these fights more. It's gonna get so much harder. All right, would love an ultimate here. Did they change that? What? Did they change that, or am I just forgetting things? Can you multi-pull? You don't forget what I said. I swear, in my head, if you hit multiple people with daji chain, it did not just pull them both. I swear that's not a thing. But I swear I also just did that. So now I don't know. It's been a while, man. I don't play her that much. Does it say? Okay, I guess you could just hit multiple people. That's so funky. Okay. Maybe that did used to be a thing. I don't know. I really swear that at least used to be true. Maybe I'm like mixing her up with somebody else in some way. I don't know. But basically, we're pulling people. We have 3 chains. Those chains will pull. But there's so many ways to CC immune. You can beads at any point. It's not like Ares ult where you have to beads at the right time. You can beads at any point. Once it's CC immune, you're not going to get pulled. You can Charybdis 3 at any point, then come out of it. You still won't get pulled. So like Hurt can throw his boulder before we pull him, and then that pull just isn't going to happen. So yeah, any form of CC immunity at any time during those chains is going to get you out, which is why so often I'm going for that really quick pull, because it makes it a lot harder for them to react. It doesn't give them all that time to be like, oh, I should CC immune before I get pulled. It's just like, oh shit, there's a chain, and then just boom, you're yoinked. It's like something out of a horror movie. You're just gone. You're just with the villain now. So yeah, a lot of the time we're going to do that quick cancel. And if you guys don't know how to quick cancel, if you're on console, I have no clue. If you're on PC, just right click. Right? I think. I'm pretty... I don't know. I don't know. I just do it. I'm pretty sure it's right click. You can just right click and you'll go down. And then you do get to kind of decide where you go a little bit on daji as well with that. This guy might just be dying. Yep, crit's looking good. Don't even have the Deathbringer yet. Yeah, those auto cancels do a lot of damage as we get late game to begin with, and then we're adding crit on top. It's really good. Oh, those were some potato chains. Try and get to the rat here. Try and chase his dash. There we go. All right, do we just clean all of this up? Because this fight wasn't so good for him. Try and just zoom in here if I can. Where's that Herc dash at, man? Oh my god. I was trying to beat a Herc Dash there for a while. Like, did he get CC'd somehow? He got CC'd? I'm like really surprised. It looked like he held it, which is really weird. I mean, it would be smart, but I'm just surprised he reacted to that. Maybe he just got CC'd out. All right, if they're down, not big FG, because that's not happening, but I think Pyro's about to spawn. So we could probably do that. Although we might just get murdered by a Vulcan. We might just get murdered by a Vulcan. He's looking for this. He is looking for this. Try and get his abilities down here. There we go. Should be dead. Or not. Not if we miss the stuff. Oh, no. Oh, no, man. All right, well, apparently I baited Capri. I don't know why Capri went so hard there. I think it just kind of dies. That's too bad, man. Yeah, if I just land the stuff there, I think we get to clap him. I don't know for sure if he dies, because I also thought Nuwa would follow up a little bit, but, like, I missed out at least half of his health bar by not landing the auto-cancel and the one there. And then I was going to 2 out of the Vulcan ult, so it just, like, straight up could not land. See, I think we should basically be good on the kit. I think that should basically explain Daji. Some of it might not make a ton of sense if you guys are new to her. Her kit's weird. Hopefully I explained it about as well as I can. Like, it's not the most complex thing. It is funky. She does have some funky abilities. Once you get to know them, they're pretty simple, but they are kind of weird. All right, let's go get our starter upgrade. It's actually been a pretty good game so far. Okay, we might have to not just do our ult for pad stats, I think. Especially since we're not top damage with it anyways, so maybe that's why we're doing it. I don't know, maybe she wanted ult for vision. So it's always so worthless to actually do ult for top damage, man. Healing exists, right? Like, they can bag, they can heal. Normally pretty good to just have that mid-fight. Oh, come here. Okay, so like right here, damage immune. What? Oh. That looks so weird. Oh, is he actually not going for me? He just went for Nuwa. Wow, okay. Good Capri ult, man. I probably shouldn't do this at all, but whatever. I've already done it. Probably should have just insta-backed as soon as we got far enough away. It looks like they're doing okay, though. All right, pen will be good. I think for now we'll just grab words. Do we get to do fire here? Do we get to do fire here? Oh, come on. Oh, they're chasing so deep. I don't think we get to now. That's too bad. Yeah, I think if we just left Herc alone, that's probably a free FG, but at this point we're like so deep and so low. I don't think there's any way we're going to get to do it. Give me those. No, nothing. By the way, that's a little tip. If you guys want to see if a buff is up, because you can 3 to enemy minions, like you can just 3 through the wall and it'll just like right here with Pyro, I can see Pyro's up because that goes red. So which means I can TP to it. So something to know, actually really helpful for invades. Really, really strong for invades to be able to just like straight up see if it's up that way. Like you don't have to, ow. You don't have to actually do it. Wait, what? Say the thing. Take this jungle buff, sir. All right, what's my cooldown right now? We're going malicious just because I can get like crazy cooldown resets. I don't really care about Envenomed. It does like nothing this game. So I figured we get that online. Should just be nice. It's just like getting bonus cooldown for 600 gold. It's pretty strong. Oh, yeah? Oh, you think you're going to do this, huh? You do. You do just get to do it. We got no boys over there. Susano AFK in base. Oh, hi. I want to do it, but I feel like there's a team around. Yep, sure enough. I really want to do it because I just win that. But, you know, if there's anybody else, then I probably don't win that. And we've got, like, no vision. All right, if we can actually group for FG, that'd be good. If we could just group in general, that'd be good. We definitely are at about that stage where we should just kind of always be grouped. All right, give me this. Thank you. They got any other sentries? I think that's it. I want to fight, man. I want to keep just running at him. Oh my god. Of course she comes back with one of those. Rude. Stop. Man, I'll get it going on that. I sure do want to, but I really don't get to. I shouldn't even be the one to defend this, but like somebody has to do it, so. Let me stop this real fast. There we go. Yeah, hopefully we can like actually word fire and group up for fire. Because right now this is, bro, they are on this and you guys are 10 feet away and you're not saying anything. Yoink. And we juke him and we delete him. Oh my god, what up? By the way, I couldn't ult in the wall there. Little troll. Oh my god, please. Of course, Geb's fat ass blocked that. Hang on. Nice, we gotta block him that way. That was kind of a disgusting fight, honestly. Straight up. Blink, yoink, FG. Because team's kind of trolling and not going to it, even though they're right there and they should hear it. And then we TP out of Rattle. Then we go back on Rat, one-shot him. Insta-pull 2 people. Bit of a play, man. Little bit of a play. Alright, well, that might actually just end up being like game. We don't get an end right here, but this is going to be so much. Oh my god. Me and my fat fingers pulling up the... Oh! Pulling up the T-screen. Alright, stop that. What? Can you come here? What? He's so... Regrowth is actually OP. Get your fat bug ass out of my face. Regrowth is so OP, man. Look at this move speed. It's actually ridiculous. Now, to be fair, I don't have... Uh-oh. Nuwa? This is so bad. This is so bad. We are throwing so hard. This is like the worst thing ever. Deleted. I didn't get a crit. I didn't get a crit. Did he die to bleed? No. We got crit diffed. 75% crit, but we got that 25% where he's just fine. Unfortunately. That's too bad. That actually would have been really, really different if we just got good RNG. That's okay. Yeah, Nuwa, like... if he just rattled to Nuwa, that fight just went, like, completely terrible in an instant. We're really lucky that it didn't go worse. Alright, I think we're just getting a whole serrated, right? Pen is good. We get move speed. You like that? It's pretty easy to get cooldown, so I get the bonus power. Yeah, should be all we really need. And I'll get red pot soon enough. So yeah, normally as we get into this late game, even without a crit build, we're very much looking for those TP one-shots, blink one-shots, maybe a combination of both. And then also looking for valuable ultimates, where I'm both trying to get out of taking damage and potentially punishing situations. I can go very deep and then just like, you know, just CC damage immune into the air in front of their entire team. Doesn't really matter. So we're looking for spots to get those big CC pulls, as well as like be able to dive way deeper than I normally could, because I just have like an OP ult, basically. Because I could just get away with it. It's kind of ridiculous how unpunished you can go with daji ult. So yeah, with a crit build or not, you're going to be 10 to play in her like this. Where with the crit build, as long as we get remotely decent RNG, I get a one-shot even harder. But it does come at the downside of having less reliable damage. My abilities won't hit quite as hard, and it's not as consistent. But at least at the moment, this should basically just be better. I don't want it to be better. Crit's dumb, but it should just be better. I hit so hard with the crit autos, man. Uh-oh. I don't even know how we're dying right there. All right, we should probably just chill here. Should probably just try to not be murdered, although Rat might do a little inting, so hang on. Yeah, I do just want to clap this guy. Oh, hi! That sucks. Did he die in the air? Oh, he does do ult. Nice. Did not expect that to go, like, remotely how it went. I wasn't even going to 3 to him. Yeah. Just caught me really off guard. Yeah, I thought Rat had gone to gold buff. Oh, this might get a little something. Bro, sure would love to TP! And we're in the air? And we're missing all of our chains? Oh, that's too... Huh? What? 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 Am I... Yo!
You should probably stop queuing with that guy.
Does Vulcan Bomb execute? Vulcan Bomb executes? What? Hi-Rez! I am so lost. I am so insanely lost. We got Vulcan bombed to death with a Khepri ult. How? He just can't. Oh, did he cast it in the air? Was it on me in the ult and I only saw it when I came down? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he had chucked it on right when I went into the air, and so it expired. That would actually make some sense. That threw me for such a loop, man. I'm gonna have to go back and look when I edit this. That has to be it. That would actually explain it. Where I only saw it as I came out of the air. God, look at the difference in damage, by the way. I actually delete the big minion with my autos, and then my 2 like barely kills the side minions. We are getting a little bit of amplification out of the crit. Just a wee bit. All right, well, their team's kind of dead, so attacking the fire giant might... Hang on. Okay, he beads, but he should just die. Right. There we go. We get a little Vulcan beads. Yeah, now we attack the fire giant. Yeah, he's going to keep doing this. I'm not really particularly ulting to pull him. Again, like, you can just use this as a damage immune. So he keeps doing this thing where he's trying to just kind of kit dump on himself. And as long as we have, especially the ultimate up, we're fine. Sometimes when we have the 2 up, we'll be fine. Sometimes we can just 2 out. But normally I'm just using the ult because it's just safe. It's just really reliable. Oh my god, that is some damage. Okay, I want to play the game. I'm not going to beads that because it just kind of doesn't matter. We're not catching him, he zooms. We might as well just take the Geb kill and save the beads. Alright. We doing some pushing, boys? Hell yeah. Get the minions in there. Alright, this might end up being game right here. I said that forever ago. But this one a little more so. No, pull? Now he pulls. That's so troll. I tried to brain on him, and I just didn't get to. Nice, we get a little knock-up immune with the 2 there. So unfortunate he doesn't die. That was really close. Susano, go in the fountain, man. See, there is some damn... Again, I don't get the crit on the second auto, which is really troll. I'm getting pretty unlucky with the RNG. We have 75%. It feels like I have 50%. But... yeah, like that would have just been an absolute one-shot if I just got good RNG. Like just normal RNG, that would have just been a one-shot right there. Which it almost was anyways, but you know, makes a bit of a difference. I honestly just assumed it would happen. I like started saying, yeah, there's a one-shot, and then it didn't quite happen. And it almost got a little bit worse, but it's okay. Ooh, oh, I want to get to him. Oh, I want to get to that Vulcan so badly, man. There he is. There we go. Oh, don't make me tank. Come on, do the thing. Come on, do the thing. There we go. Oh, we still... there we go. Still not killing that yet, huh? By the way, I kind of tuned for a little baby auto cancel right there. That's something we really haven't bothered with yet. We're going to not go into the fountain by TPing behind him. Probably smarter that way. You want some of this? You want some of this? Bro, can I get crits? Thank you. Did you see? Oh my, I actually just have secretly bad crit. Is rage bad? Is rage bugged? Should I just go? This is very rare not going boomerang because I just want crit chance. I don't particularly proc boomerang. We're just kind of deleting people in 2 autos. I don't get tons of crits off. And then here I am with Rage saying it does 45% crit. I think it does 20. I think it just secretly does 20. And they're just like, you know what? This is going to be a third really bad version of Demon Blade or Boomerang. I don't know, man. Oh my God. Can I get some RNG, please? And this is why crit sucks. Because like, I'm actually just getting unlucky. And it makes a big difference. We win, but like, like if we didn't just win, then I'd be getting screwed fight after fight after fight by RNG. And if it wasn't like, if it was a harder game, then we could just be losing a bunch of these to pure RNG. And it could just entirely matter. So lame, man. Driving me crazy. Anyways, that's the Daji A to Z. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And I will see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room, walls keep tumbling down.